So once you've basted down your button loops on the right side, you need to place the button facing, check my print, which way is the right way up, behind the button loops. And if you feel that you need to, you can go ahead and baste this down on its own before we add the facing, but if you're happy to add the facing now and then sew it all together, you can do that. So now we're going to place our facing the entire way around. When you position your button, the facing behind the button loops, you want to make sure that the top edge is at the same height as the top button loop, because this section here is going to be inside a seam allowance. So I'm just going to put a pin in there for now. I'm just going to pin this down now so that when I put my facing on, I know it's all straight. Okay, so now I can grab my facing and we're going to add this over the top, right sides together the entire way around the front and sew that down. So I'm just going to start at the bottom edge here of the right side and put some pins. So you'll keep adding as many pins as you need. I'm going to align that up the top of the buttons here. And I will repin all down the front here where I've pinned the facing on, sorry, the button facing on, and pin it with the facing, and then continue to work your way around that entire edge at the top. So the next point I'll go to is the shoulder seams. Match up these two seams so that they're sitting one right on top of the other, and pin. I like to pin, put 2 pins in here to hold the seam allowances flat. I'll just put 1 for now. You can find the center of the center back, the neck facing on your top and your facing, match that together. Continue matching the other shoulder seam. And then work your way down the left front. And again, matching those key points. And then you can add as many pins as you need in between them. So you need to sew that at a 1.5 centimeter seam allowance. Just make sure it looks like I'm sitting a little bit high on this side, that you do finish your seam above that top button loop. So you don't want that button loop to end up in your seam allowance.